Tab Ramos didn't need brute strength to become an American soccer pioneer. Pound for pound, he was as tough as any player in the world, something he proved when he survived and returned from a brutal elbowing he received during the 1994 World Cup. He spent 3.5 months in the hospital recovering from that injury and was told he would never play competitive soccer again. But he returned less than a year later to play professionally in Mexico and to become the first player ever taken by Major League Soccer when it was formed in 1995.
Top of the box, over to the left foot, takes the shot off the backside of Bauer, off the rebound, score! Tab Ramos!
Ramos, a 3-time All-American during his career at NC State, played professionally for 13 seasons, proving to be remarkably tough and resilient throughout his career. Ramos was technically perfect. A poet on the pitch, he introduced the beauty of his sport to a fresh generation of American youth. Among them, current NC State soccer coach Kelly Findlay.
I do remember when I was 16, I actually got to play against him. And he was a great player, fast, strong, quick. And the rest of that year, myself and my club teammates would always do real quick 1-2s or give and goes, and we'd yell out, "Tab Ramos," when we did it, just because the quality of what he did in that game we would never forget.
Ramos was part of the first generation of truly American international stars, along with Team USA teammates like Tony Meola, John Harkes, and Eric Winalda. During his NC State career, Ramos led the Wolfpack to 4 consecutive NCAA championship appearances. He scored 104 career goals for head coach George Tarantini's program.
Tab was clearly the best player in NC State history, also in ACC history, and certainly one of the best in NCAA history. And what makes Tab stand out, and certainly his abilities and greatness, the fact that he's one of the best in U.S. soccer history.
Perhaps most importantly, Ramos helped change the fortunes of the United States national team. In 1984, at the tender age of 17, he just barely missed making the U.S. Olympic team. Then in 1988, Ramos left NC State to play for the U.S. Olympic men's soccer team in Seoul, South Korea. 2 years later, he helped Team USA qualify for its first World Cup in 40 years, one of the baby steps in awakening Americans to the world's most popular sport. The United States has been back to and competitive in every World Cup since, with Ramos on the team again in 1994 and 1998. Ramos retired as a player in 2002 and returned to his adopted home state of New Jersey, where he operates a massive indoor soccer and hockey facility. He also serves as the coach of the U.S. Under-20 national men's team. In 2005, Ramos was elected into the National Soccer Hall of Fame on his first ballot, an honor he cherishes along with his 81 international caps, his 8 goals for the U.S. national team, and his legacy as one of the most skillful players of his generation and a true giant on the soccer field.
I think to, first of all, just have a soccer player to be considered among such great athletes is amazing. And in particular, when it happens to be me, obviously it's something that's truly humbling, something that I certainly didn't expect. And I'm glad and I'm happy that you know, the people of North Carolina State selected me. But I'm happy, more importantly, that soccer has become truly a sport that matters in the state of North Carolina, and in particular North Carolina State University. So thank you so much for that.